Speaking of everything could possibly be done, who would have thought we'd have 2 marriage proposals on both programs within 3 days of it, 2 days of each other? They played tape of Sammy Guevara proposing earlier that night to his real girlfriend, a real proposal in the middle of the ring. If it was an angle, I probably wouldn't have liked it anyway, because weddings are way past done, and I never liked them to begin with in wrestling, but at least those were mostly works or whatever. But this was just because I guess they thought it was so cute and such a heartwarming moment that they'd put it on a wrestling show. Have you ever seen Conor McGregor or George St. Pierre get down on their hands and knees on a UFC show and propose to their fiancé or financier or whoever?
I don't know about either of those two. I think it has happened in the past, but I can't cite any specific examples off the top of my head. But I don't think this is a one-off instance right here.
Was there a reason why she was dressed like a 1960s deadhead in my Aunt Lola's couch cover? A giant flowery sack dress.
Maybe she just wants to be comfortable.
Well, we know it was a surprise that she didn't know she was going to be on TV that much. We know that. Anyway. And then Sammy Guevara's entrance for his match with Shawn Spears. Sammy's making his entrance and Spears attacks him in the aisleway. And they have a big fight on the stage. I wrote, God, I hate this show. Sammy Guevara cannonballed 20 feet off the stage and flattened Spears onto the floor in a better-looking move than they will ever do again, and the match hadn't even started. And then they fought around ringside on the floor, and then Shawn Spears and Tully Blanchard gave Sammy Guevara a spike piledriver onto the floor. And Spears threw him into the ring, and referee Aubrey rang the bell to start the match. Spears has gotten up from a goddamn death-defying cannonball. Guevara has gotten up from a spike piledriver on the floor, and Aubrey ejects Tully Blanchard, and these two actually start the match now, and they immediately go to a commercial. I fast-forwarded from this point trying to find the finish because I was fed up with this. This is fucking ridiculous. Now you got middle-card guys doing spike piledrivers to each other before the match starts. At one point, they both jumped up to the top rope and held on to each other while they were standing on the top rope. Shawn Spears gave Sammy the finger, so Sammy gave him a diamond cutter off the top rope. It was beautiful. What a fucking move. Cover. 2 count. God damn, I'm done again. I'm fast-forwarding to the finish, where Sammy Guevara gave Shawn Spears a Death Valley driver off the apron of the ring onto a metal guardrail that they had bridged between the apron and the security railing and bent it, and then tossed Shawn Spears in the ring and came off the top rope with a double flipping cannonball, which landed, go back and watch, ladies and gentlemen, slow-mo it if you will. It landed full force on Shawn Spears, right on his chest, probably cracking a sternum or causing internal injuries. 2 count. And that's where I wrote, fuck all these people that are involved in this, including the referees and any fans that came to see it. And I fast-forwarded because that's enough. I don't know what happened. I don't care to find out. I not only fast-forwarded the rest of this thing, but I skipped the Christian Cage and Don Fallis promo because I wanted to be done with this fucking show. What were your thoughts on this abortion of a match?
It's not news that everyone kicks out of everything there, nonstop. And that's what this match was. The first 2 matches were just nonstop kicking out of everything, nonstop moves. Fans there liked it. Not exactly my style of wrestling. We
found out Jericho is not as smart as he thinks he is, because he was the last match on this show. There was absolutely nothing left. Sodomy with a pineapple was the only thing that was not perpetrated on this show by the time the main event guys got in the ring.